love me some hair extensions. I need all the help until I grow this out, which I'm getting a cut. I know my ends are horrible. Is Full Shine. They gifted me with some clip-ins and we're going to try them out. The color, these are super cute. They are human hair. They are clip-ins. So I prefer the biggest piece, the left, the 4, to go across the biggest part of your head. So that means I go from the corners of my eyes and I just basically go all the way around because that's gonna be the largest part. Open our clips. Brush these out. So I measure it to basically make sure it goes nice and good around my part, and then you want to kind of tease the clip a little and then just make sure it's nice and teased and then secure it in. How easy, right? And immediately, look at that. Love it. You never want to go too high in the crown because that's where you can see it. So I like to go right underneath, literally right underneath that biggest weft you just put in. Make sure you grab it too because you don't want to attach the next one to it. Make sure you get it all up. And then we're gonna go in with a 3 right underneath. Okay, so we've got the 3 we just put in, literally right underneath. So you'll grab just all of that hair and the extensions that you've put in right underneath. Make sure you grab all of them, tie them up, get right underneath. The reason why you want to stack them really close is so that when they all fall about the same at the bottom, so you have that fullness down below. I save my smaller pieces for any fill-in spots. What do I mean by fill-in spots? So fill-in spots are gonna mean like when you look at it, where do I need to fill in? That doesn't look natural. So we'll kind of get the part going on and we'll separate it. But again, you don't want to go too high up because you want to be able to cover all of those wefts and keep them covered. Where do I need fill-ins? Let's talk about it. So right here is really thin and there's a gap. So the other thing is I want to add some volume up in the crown, but I want it hidden. If you do it in the back, you'll be seen. So what I like to do, I like to grab the smallest pieces that come in the set, which are gonna be these 2. And I like to basically be able to go through my hair. So I kind of see where I go through my hair and then I take right below it and I section it just like that. I'll take a smaller piece and I'll go right in here. The cool thing about putting it up there too is it adds a little volume in your crown region. Again, the only thing you want to be concerned about is if you go higher, you just want to have enough hair to cover that, which I think we're good. So again, I like to be able to move my hair. So I kind of move it how I would naturally. Then I see right below it, that movement. Then I just part it right there. And again, I'm just kind of teasing it before I clip it in. That gives it a little bit more hold. Just always make sure there's enough hair to cover it, which I think we're good. So again, it adds a little bit of volume in that crown region, and then it fills in that front gap. Now we're gonna go through with a curling iron and style them just like normal hair. So now I have the last choo-choos. I like to do with these, I like to go right underneath that last weft at the bottom, pull it all up, and then I'll basically, because you want to have some fullness within right behind the ear region so you don't get that mark where you see your normal hair. So these are really good to kind of cover that line of your normal hair. So I put one right behind the ear, this side, and then I'll do the other on the other side. So we'll start with this side. So literally right up on behind the ear. So that way, again, it's gonna, there's my natural hair, there's that, kind of covers that. And we'll do the same on this side, right behind that ear. The one thing about these is they might overlap behind, which is okay. Right above it, tease it a little, and it's all good. But again, this helps cover your natural hair from sneaking out as much. So again, there's my natural hair, and there's those pieces right behind the ears. So now let's take it all down. And then you'll just want to kind of push all of the clips down, make sure they're locked in place. If they're not, lock them in. I like to do a little test. We're good. All right, so I can run my fingers through it. We're covered there. And then this is just before styled. We'll see how it's naturally gonna fall and see if we need any fillers. But it seems to be good. So we haven't even styled it and it's still looking like a sleigh. And then from the back, all right, now let's style it. When I style them, I like to just kind of do a quick split from behind. And then I like to do vertical sections. I'm just gonna do a quick wave just to blend everything. So when I mean vertical sections, what I mean by that is I take my duck clip and I go vertical. So we'll start with this one. I'm using my automatic curler. Oh, it's hot, we won't turn it down. I ain't trying to burn my hair off. Remember that one viral video where the girl burned her hair off? I need to stop because I'm not trying to do that. This is actually an automatic, so you can like put your hair in and twist it, but a lot of the times I will just move it myself, especially when it's this hot. I like to kind of take it and flatten down my roots because they are a little crazy. And then I'll go up under it and just kind of give it a little heat in the way I want it. And then you take this clamp right here. You clamp, I like to leave probably like 1/2 inch out of the clamp. And then you just kind of roll up. It's really hot, so I'm just gonna do a little quick. Love it. Okay, and then I just go around in vertical sections. Some of your natural hair might fall out, that's okay. You can grab it too in a second, but a lot of it will go with it. Too small of sections, honestly, because the smaller you go, the less of a wave you get, the more of like a curl. And I go through and I do this, and then I'll brush it out or finger it out, but this is what I do. And I leave a little bit of the end out because I like to have a little bit of like a natural look when you finger it out and it starts to fall. If you're curling all the way down to the bottom, it doesn't look as natural. So a little bit of a end out kind of helps it look a little bit more natural. And once you start getting into the thick of it back here, I'll start to take a little bit thicker sections. Again, I just hit those roots of my own hair because they're not like the extensions. My real hair has a little bit of a frizz and kink to it, but once you kind of blend it all together, you won't even notice. All right, we're getting somewhere. And again, I'm just doing a loose beach wave look just to kind of blend them out. So when you pull this out, instead of doing like a super vertical, I kind of just split it in half. With the extensions, which is nice. You don't want it exact because you kind of want some dimension. Dimension is always good for hair, especially super blondies, because without it, it just kind of looks super fake. Ironic, right? But a little dimension for everyone also adds a little bit of thickness, which is always nice. All right, this is kind of really thick though, this section, so I'm gonna split it one last time and do these in two sections right here. And again, this is a pretty sweet curling iron. It really kind of just does the work for you. I don't know why I don't use it as much, but sometimes I just want to kind of curl it up myself because it's super hot. But now that it's cooled off a little, I might actually use the automatic option, which is nice. It's actually really nice. And I'm not holding it there for long because it is super hot and you don't want to have too tight of curls. Okay, so one section done, we'll leave it just kind of setting as we do this next one. And I always say curl away from the face. And again, I'm gonna go right over these roots because my hair is cray cray. If you don't, I just kind of put it where I want it. But be very careful when you do this. Leave a little edge out, curl. Again, it's super hot. These are my fragile hairs in the front, so I don't hold these long at all. At all. Again, just a nice vertical section. Clip the rest back. Pull it all together. Hit those roots because they're crazy. Okay. And again, if your natural hair falls out, it's okay. Once you kind of come through it all kind of blends, and if you need to grab a piece after, you can, but typically I don't have to. And I'm just kind of speeding up because I'm getting tired, as you can tell. Again, it's an automatic, I should probably use that, but the hairstylist in me is like, let me manually do this. I need to eat dinner. Alright. Turn the heat up so they hold a little better. Last couple sections. This one a lot. All right. So we've gone through with the curling iron. Now what I like to do is, oh my gosh, just finger through it. Honestly, I really like how thick these clip-ins are. I've used a lot, like every brand, and these are really thick, which I like that. They're slay. Now what I like to do too is like go right here in this crown region, grab a little bit of hair, and I like to basically take my iron right at the root and just hold it over there for a second and kind of go forward with it and up, and it creates like a little bit of volume. All right, well, I think everything is blending pretty well. Yes. The color blended well. Placement's really good. It was just a super quick beach wave. Like, I could have gone a little longer and harder on that side, but it was just quick. And the cool thing is you can just kind of like put your hands through it, but also have a little bit of volume. They're just so fun. I love them. Let's look from the back. I'm obsessed. That's literally what I say every time. All right, well, thanks for joining me in another Extensions with Meg. These are probably my new favorite.